All right.
I see we have some people filing in. Appreciate it. You'll find that you're auto muted there. So there is a chat and a Q&A functionality to be able to communicate, submit any questions or comments or anything like that. But we'll get started here and probably give it 2 or 3 minutes, let some folks get in. A lot of folks don't realize they have to download Zoom or have to do an update. So in case of technical difficulties, we'll give it a minute. See, a few more people have come in. This is Chris Tremp. Just wanted to repeat, welcome. Thank you for joining. We'll get started here in a couple minutes. You'll notice you are muted. So we would love for you to be able to communicate with us through the chat or the Q&A functionality throughout this webinar, or just to say hello if you'd like to do that. So if you're trying to figure out why you can't come off mute, that would be why. And we'll get started here in a minute or two. We'll give it maybe another 30 seconds for some folks to join in. Want to be respectful of everybody's time. All right, well, I think we'll get started. So welcome everybody. My name's Chris Tremp. Welcome to the Power Hour for today. We have Tapcheck, who is a preferred vendor for on-demand pay. It's going to be presenting to all of you today. I'll talk about them a little bit more in a second here. A few things I'll mention again. The ability to submit a question or through chat or Q&A in the Zoom functionality. Please try and locate that. I did just send a chat message to everybody. Should pop up for you if you see it. But if you have a question, don't be shy. Let's ask that. Be a short presentation and then time as well at the end for some question and answer. One other note is that we are on the verge of rolling out another feature update of another 30 or so features or enhancements to features. You will be seeing a newsletter email that will go out promoting that. Looks like that's going to be next week that's going to go out. You'll get some better information about that time frame very soon, and we will be hosting another one of these webinars that will cover all of those features, so you could see them live and ask your questions and then go off and try and implement them into your daily flow. So be on the lookout for that. We most likely will be doing that next week towards the end of the week, that update webinar, but you'll receive notice and information on that. So for this session here, as I said, we have Tapcheck here. On-demand pay, we have been partners with Tapcheck for a good number of months now. They were one of our first preferred partners that came on, and we have seen a nice movement towards their platform. Our agency owners, our subscribers have seen the value, and the ability to be a differentiator when recruiting for caregivers, to be able to offer the on-demand pay aspect, as well as all the ins and outs and how smooth this is. It is a direct integration. So it is truly, once it's set up, it is set it and forget it. It's a great option to have for you, as well as this is very rare, but we have not received any negative feedback regarding this integration, being that you go through a process with Tapcheck. They're very hands-on and informative to get you lined up and link everything together. Our side is fairly simple as well to get set up. Really, your gap is going to be to promote this and learn how to do that, because once you begin utilizing it, I believe you'll be very happy. So we wanted to bring them back to promote their platform again to our new wave of subscribers that we've added in the last few months. So with that said, I will now pass it over to Sean Doherty, and he will take it from there. Go ahead, Sean.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for the introduction, Chris, and the kind words about Tapcheck. We certainly value the partnership that we've created with you guys over the last I think it's been over a year now, and yeah, just had some great feedback and overall results with SwiftOp clients. So looking forward to introducing our solution to everyone today. My name is Sean Doherty. I'm the Senior Director of Business Development here at Tapcheck. So I oversee the sales team and just to inform a lot of our prospects and clients about the benefits of offering on-demand pay to your employees and caregivers. For those of you that maybe are unfamiliar with the concept, I always like to start these presentations by just kind of clearing the air and stating exactly what on-demand pay is. So this is not a payday loan by any means. It's truly an advance on accrued hours or wages within an active pay cycle. So our mantra here, our slogan is, clock out, cash out. So if I'm your employee, I work a shift today, but payday isn't until next week. When I clock out of that shift, because we are looking into SwiftOps, several times throughout the day, within a short period of time, a percentage of those net earnings will be available to me. And on my phone or a web-based browser, I can simply log in and transfer a percentage or a flat rate of those net earnings to be live within my account within seconds. So it's a great way to incentivize employees to work more shifts, or certainly a great way to compete with a lot of the gig economy jobs out there, right? Because a lot of people, employees are leaving traditional work and driving for, Uber and Lyft, or delivering packages for Amazon and Walmart. And all four of those companies are offering on-demand pay. So great way to kind of modernize the approach, offer a benefit that employees certainly want, and maintain the competitive spirit in the ever competitive job market that we all find ourselves in. I'm sure everyone on the call is struggling with headcount and turnover and overall engagement, finding enough employees to keep a healthy headcount. I'm a hiring manager myself, so I struggle with the same things. The last 12 months have just been brutal. So anything you can do as an organization to incentivize employees and offer them a great wellness benefit is certainly going to help with that overall employee engagement, and hopefully driving more applicants to your organization. So just a couple of quick feedback. Last year was just a great year for our organization in general. We added over 1,000 new clients. They've got various recognitions and awards, including the FinTech Breakthrough Awards as the best new employee benefit solution. So it's just really great and humbling to see this product resonating so well with not just the thousands of clients that we support, but the tens of thousands of employees that are using Tapcheck on a regular basis, and how impactful it's been for their organization. So speaking of that, our overall mission here is to partner with organizations just like yourself to help really increase your overall business performance, hopefully help contribute to a healthier bottom line, and just really empower your employees to take greater control over their finances and improve their overall financial wellness. So one of the reasons we are growing so quickly as an organization, and kind of the on-demand space as a whole has been growing, is that you can see some statistics here. I mean, you've got the vast majority of Americans in the hourly wage space are living paycheck to paycheck, right? They're struggling financially, and there's oftentimes a big gap between finances that are needed today versus payday. We've got nearly 40% of Americans have stated they can't even cover a basic $400 emergency expense that pops up. So, how do you deal with that, right? There's not a lot of great options out there. And we reached out to a lot of employees to get some feedback on what they want. And you can see here, I mean, 7 out of 10 say they want earned wage access or on-demand pay. It's something that would significantly make an impact in their day-to-day operations. And overall, financial stress does have a negative impact on employers, right? It costs billions of dollars every year to deal with things like absenteeism, distracted employees that are, contributing to a lower quality work or lack of productivity. Higher turnover, which I know is a massive cost overall. In fact, in the caregiver industry in general, you've got 64% turnover rate in 2020 alone, costing employers thousands of dollars each time this happens to replace and find someone new or fill in those gaps. So really anything you can do as an organization to help reduce that is going to be a great value add. And kind of mentioned prior that our employees have not a lot of great options available to them when they're in a financial pinch. So you can see here you've got a few options. You go to a predatory type payday lender, they charge these criminally high interest rates, upwards of 400%, that certainly don't add value to the employee. It's more of a emergency lifeline that costs them a lot more than they get out of it. If you're constantly overdrafting your checking or savings accounts, those non-sufficient fund fees are usually at least $30 each. The banks love them. It's a great revenue generator for them, but not great for your employees. And at the end of the day, I mean, most employers in this country still don't offer an advance policy. It's viewed as an administrative burden. Maybe they're concerned that they're having to cut manual checks each time someone needs a payday advance or a loan, and they're just simply not aware that a great service like Tapcheck is available. So I love representing this product. I've been in B2B sales and sales leadership now for 15 plus years, and I've never had the opportunity to represent a product where I don't have to charge the employer anything. So truly, it's really amazing value add and does not cost you anything. So it's free for the business. Tapcheck funds all of these advances, so it has zero impact to your cash flow. If employees choose to use it, they certainly don't have to. It's available whenever they want it. It's great value add, but there's no minimums or quotas or anything like that. There's 2 rates available that they pay in times of uncertainty if they want to grab access to their wages early. Both are less than an out-of-network ATM fee, a very, very affordable way to gain access to a percentage of their net earnings every day. And it provides exactly that. It's instant access whenever they need it. So it just gives them that freedom and flexibility to kind of take greater control and choose to get paid whenever they want to. And Tapcheck has done a phenomenal job on building out these integrations. Obviously, we've got a direct feed into SwiftOps, and we have 50 plus different payroll providers we have direct integration with, all the big names, ADP, Paychex, Paycor, Paylocity. So really spent up Aventium. Pretty much, if you work with a payroll company, we'll have the ability to integrate with them and allow this to be seamlessly integrated and connected. So we found also as well that employers that offer on-demand pay through Tapcheck are seeing some significant reductions here in absenteeism, turnover, and hiring costs, which I know impact businesses every day, and certainly can be a big hassle. If anything you can do to improve those stats is a great value add. And I love this stat at the bottom here. I mean, a 100% increase in more applicants to job ads. So I'd mentioned turnover being a struggle. I'm assuming everyone on this call has dealt with that at some point, and probably more recently. So again, if you can find a solution that's going to give you a significant boost in applicants to job ads and ultimately will translate to a healthier employee count, it's a no-brainer. It's a great value add. And we, again, surveying people that use our product, thousands and thousands of employees that use this, we found the best way to get some feedback is ask them questions. And we found that you can see here the vast majority as well would either work longer for or actually switch to a company that offers earned wage access or on-demand pay. So employees want this. The world has changed. We live in a very on-demand space now. I think the overall expectation has changed. So if you can offer them something that doesn't cost you anything and adds a lot of value to them, again, why not? It's a no-brainer, and people certainly want this option available to them. I always show this slide because occasionally we'll get some concerns that people will use this irresponsibly. They'll buy things they don't need, or maybe they'll get their money early and disappear for a few days. And though we can't control behavior, you can see we've got that 12% leisure highlighted because that's a pretty small number of people, percentage of people using this for leisure activities. The bulk, 88% is put towards immediate needs, right? Covering emergency expenses, paying bills on time, whether that's a utility bill, or all the way up to a rent or a mortgage payment, or simply just putting food on the table for the day. A lot of people are struggling to meet that gap in between pay cycles. So this is essentially how directly through surveys we're finding that people are using this. And then kind of last thing on surveys here, offering on-demand pay is helping employees budget better, pay bills on time. They're actually finding ways to increase their savings. I think really important stat there is 74% feeling less financial stress, right? Financially stressed employees are going to be distracted at work and ultimately contribute to a lower quality of work. So see boost there. And then these bottom two, I love these as well. I mean, approximately 50-60% are more motivated to go to work and actually pick up more shifts or hours. So if I know I have bills due today, tomorrow, the next day, and if I work, I can get paid immediately, I'm gonna be incentivized, right? I'm not gonna go drive for Uber. I'm gonna pick up a shift and go take care of some patients. So it's a great way to kind of drive that behavior and actually, increase productivity as an organization. And one thing we do that really differentiates is we offer a free financial education and literacy LMS, a learning management solution. So it's built directly into the app or the web-based browser, and it's videos and articles, and the videos are short and sweet. It's like 3 to 5 minutes each, paired with data and articles. So there's thousands of this content built in that's catered specifically to things like, yeah, I want to learn how to improve my credit score from a 600 to a 700. How do I do that? How do I get out of debt? How do I save for a major purchase like a car or a home? So just a great value add to help. If people are struggling with financial education and literacy, which we all know a lot of people do in this country, it's a great tool and resource that they can use to help improve their situation and hopefully learn more about being financially literate, which overall in the long term will help contribute to a more positive outcome. So on to the fun stuff here. How do we get this rolled out? Like I mentioned, free of charge for you, no integration costs, no ongoing costs. So we'll get you signed up. It's just a service agreement. We have the direct integrations into the various payroll companies, of course, with SwiftOps. To get this set up takes about 4 to 6 weeks from an implementation perspective, depending on your EINs and headcount. But you have a dedicated implementation manager that's assigned to you with you every step of the way. We make it really, really easy to get going. Have some amazing tools and resources to get this actually rolled out for your employees, so that not just existing employees, but new employees can be engaged on this great value add that's available to them. And at the end of the day, it doesn't make any changes to your payroll process. You don't have to change systems. We have the integration, so it's really, really simple and straightforward to get this rolled out. So you can see here, 80 plus direct integrations. It's hands off for the employer. It's real-time data, and then you can see our kind of mantra there, that clock out, cash out for the employees will be available, in that first pay cycle. So how do we do this? So looking into SwiftOps several times a day to look at hours worked, obviously, and remember this is every active pay cycle. Once that pay cycle closes, those net wages are no longer available and you have to wait for the new one. That's how this is not a loan, it's truly in advance. So we're going to look into punch data. We're going to pair that information with payroll information. So obviously, wages, taxes, garnishments, deductions. We do all the gross to net calculations right in the system, and we allow employees to get access to up to 70% of net earnings within an active pay cycle. The cap is $100 per day to start. And as they use the solution, it'll cap out at $200 per day. We find actually the average transaction is about $82 within Tapcheck, but we want to at least give people that freedom and flexibility to gain access to that up to 200 if they need it. And then as far as payday, again, not much changes. If we're able to sync via an API, which we can do with most payroll companies, the data is just going to automatically flow into your payroll. You're going to get a deduction report, and you're going to simply send those funds back to Tapcheck on the day that you fund payroll. It's dollar for dollar, no interest. We're funding it in advance on your behalf, and you simply just send it back to us come payday. If for some reason we don't have an API, it's not a big deal. We have a simple import-export file that we can automate and email to you on the day you process payroll, or you can pull it out of your Tapcheck portal at any time. And as simple as just uploading that Excel file or CSV file directly into your payroll provider, and then the deductions will auto sync, same thing, and you just transfer the funds back to Tapcheck. So really, really simple and straightforward here to get this rolled out, not going to bog down your payroll manager or administrator's time. This literally adds a minute, 2 minutes tops if in an import-export scenario to your payroll processing. And then I just want to reiterate, because this is not a loan, it's an advance on accrued wages within an active pay cycle. There's no credit checks required. So there's really nothing we have to do to get your employees set up. The app is very intuitive, gives them the ability to log in and access their wages 24/7. I mean, it could literally be Thanksgiving morning at 11 a.m. All the banks are closed, doesn't matter. They can have funds live in their account within seconds. And we do have an optional pay card if you have unbanked employees. We just inked a big deal with MasterCard. So we have the ability to offer that to them if you don't already have that through your payroll provider, but we have that available if needed. This is all your employees need to do to get registered. So it's as simple as just downloading the app or logging into the web-based platform, getting it connected to you, signing off on a one-time user agreement, and then just designating where they want those funds to go. And then these are the fees that we charge the employees. Since it's free to you, yeah, we're a business, we have to generate revenue somehow. So we try to keep these costs as low as possible. So an instant transfer, that's that 24/7, 365 transfer live in their account within seconds. They pay $4.95. If there's less of a sense of urgency and they just can wait till the next day, $3.50. This is all employees have to do to make a transfer. You can see in this example here, these are just screenshots directly from the app. I've got a net available balance of $450 this pay cycle, at least where I'm at so far in that pay cycle. I want to pull out $200. I'm going to pay a fee of $4.95 for instant. I'm going to see right here the account. Most people just have one account designated to it, and you can see that they're verifying the last two digits on the end here. They're going to pay that fee, and so essentially in this example, they're taking out $200. We just take our $495 right off the top, so the employee would receive $195.05. And then once they click that I agree and transfer, it's live in their account. So, and this is really nice too, because we take that right off the top immediately, become the registry summary or the deduction report. It's not broken down by that. It's just simple numbers across the board. So it's just going to show up in this example as a $200 deduction on the registry summary or on your deduction report. And then this is just the example of the new pay card we have with that MasterCard partnership. So we have this available if needed for employees that are unbanked. These are some examples of how some of our employers are using Tapcheck to help recruitment. So you can see here, live job postings. They're putting us as like early access to wages via Tapcheck. You can see us coming up time and time again on like LinkedIn, Glassdoor, Indeed, all these different online postings. We have even window stickers if that was applicable to you, if you wanted to put that in your kind of front office and then capture some foot traffic if people are interested in learning more about getting paid same day if they work here. And then as far as employee engagement goes, we have various email templates that we can provide you that you can push out to your team from an engagement perspective. We have printed and digital literature that we can send out to you. We have posters. And on that literature, if they want to get set up, they can just literally scan a QR code with the camera app on their phone. It'll take them to the various app stores and they can download the app and start using it immediately. So really great ways to make sure employees know that this value add would be available to them. And then this is just some general feedback that we're hearing from various employees that have just had Tapcheck be something that was very impactful to them. Oftentimes in caregivers, I hear a lot from the businesses that we work with that it's something as simple as like, was going to take care of a patient, ran out of gas, didn't know what to do, had to call the owner and drive out and bring the money or whatever it may be. And with Tapcheck, you can simply just transfer funds to your bank account immediately and fill up your gas tank and get back to work and help patients. So a lot of great different stories out there on how this has been so impactful for the organizations. And then finally, service and support. So sure, everyone on this call is very busy. Certainly don't want to make this an administrative burden for you, nor do you want to have to train a couple hundred employees on how to use a new service. So if they have questions, obviously each client has a service member assigned to them, but we have a direct 800 number where employees can call in. We're located right here in the Los Angeles area. So right here domestically, they can call us, email us, chat with us in the app, and we can walk them through just even downloading the app and getting signed up and start using Tapcheck. So we don't want to push that burden on you. We'll help with that. So that is a general overview of what we do, why we're growing so quickly, and I'd love to open it up for any questions that I can help address for the team here.
So if you have any questions there, if you have any questions there, clarification, anything at all, put it into the Q&A, the chat. Be glad to answer that for you. He just shared the final slide had the co-branded website. So easiest way for you to connect with them, quickest way is in our knowledge base. If you go there and search for Tapcheck, there's an article there and it has that link inside of it. And if you can't locate that, obviously I can get that to you as well. If you just shoot me an email, and that goes directly to them, and then their team will take over and explaining the product for specifically you and if you want to get signed up.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that, Chris. Yeah, happy to, if anyone has any questions, happy to address them now. You can reach out to us. I'd be more than happy to schedule individual meetings with everyone to help discuss the specific integrations with the various payroll providers you may be using, talk through differentiators, how this can be impactful, or just answer any general questions that you may have. But we'll hang tight here for just another minute or two to see if any questions pop up, and if not, we can wrap up. And if you, Jerry and Chris, we'll have a link to this recording if you want to review or share this with anyone else on your team and learn a little bit more. I'd be happy to be a resource. So.
Okay. Yeah. And I see Jerry threw the link into the chat. So appreciate that, Jerry. So you click it from right there or go to the knowledge base. It'll be there for you, but we definitely will get you in contact with them. Oh, you have a question. How long did you say it would take to implement? Was it 4 to 6 weeks? And then can employees download the app and access their income early?
Yeah, thanks for the question, Colleen. That is correct. It depends on how many like EINs you have or how many employees you have. And to be frank, we're just really busy right now. It used to be 4 weeks max, but we've been adding. The Q4 was really big for us last year. So we're still kind of playing catch up, and we want to make sure that we give each client kind of the attention they need and roll this out the right way. So we say 4 to 6 weeks, 6 weeks being on kind of the back end there, but we can usually get it going a little bit faster than that. But yeah, as soon as we're live, we get that first full pay cycle. Employees can simply, and even prior to that being live, they could download the app, they could register, get signed up, and then once we're live and everything's been kicked off and the integrations are complete, they can start using it right away, and they can get access to their wages early. So very try to make the process as easy as possible from an implementation perspective. And I should say it's very hands off on your end as well. There's one quick welcome call that's about 30 minutes, and then a kickoff call that's about 30 minutes. So we do all the heavy lifting there. We're not going to bog your time down. No, it's valuable.
Any other questions that anyone has? Please let us know.
Right. Well, I think we're good to wrap up here, Chris.
Yep, I think we're good. We're good.
Wonderful.
So I appreciate your time. I appreciate the time you gave us today. The presentation was great. And if there's any other follow-ups, obviously you can reach out to me. I can get it to Tapcheck, or you can use that link to contact them directly. But take advantage of it. If you want to learn more, I would implore you to do so. Appreciate everyone coming in and joining us today, and we will wrap up and hope everyone has a great rest of the week. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Bye-bye.